In a lot of ways, when you're evaluating technology, I think less is more. I had a great conversation at DCPA about optimal tech stack for CAS practices. And we had some very interesting perspectives from some large firms on how they build their tech stack. Let's dive in. All right, welcome back. We are diving into Tech Stack 2 of 4. Today we're talking about condensing your tech stack. So I had the chance to chat through this conversation with Sherry Lavoie from Lavoie CPA, myself, and then Jason Miller from Dean Dorton. One of the things that I find interesting is that when you look at the tech stacks presented from both myself and Sherry, we have quite a few tools that we leverage both for internal purposes and for external purposes. Like, it gets kind of busy. And part of that is because I'm kind of like a rabid squirrel that's trying to find the next nut, that's trying to find the next technology to use. And I get attracted to shiny objects. And that's kind of problematic when I'm trying to scale an accounting practice because we need consistency, we need education, we need training. We need to be able to really operationalize tech well. And when I'm over here trying to find every single bit of new tech, it can be quite disorienting to the team. So we have created processes internally to help us evaluate tech, to understand where are the pain points that we need to actually explore new tech and bring those on. I can't just use every bit of new tech that I find. What I found really interesting with Jason's tech stack at Dean Dorton is that they use Sage Intacct as their only GL platform. They use Bill for their AP, and they use Expensify for credit card employee expense automation. That's their tech stack for all of their CAS clients. And they have a lot of them. Dean Dorton is not a small firm. They are massive. And so when you think about the simplicity behind effectively having a 3-system tech stack, there is some beauty in that because you can operationalize 3 tools really, really well. You can scale it really, really well. It helps with your client acceptance process tremendously because you're not getting disoriented by having 6 different GLs, by having 5 different AP platforms, by utilizing these different systems to navigate your clients' books and to close them on a frequent basis. A big thing that we talked about within this tech stack presentation was the concept of a continuous close. I believe that we are working very closely towards a continuous close process. But quite honestly, when our team is jumping into different GLs, they're jumping into different payment platforms, they're jumping into different tools to help our clients succeed, that makes a continuous close process really challenging to accomplish. But then you look at Dean Dorton and you're like, wow, with Sage, Bill, and Expensify, I can probably build a process that yields a really efficient outcome to drive a better result to the client. Now, at the same time, there is some inflexibility with the existing tech stack relative to what tech has come onto the market in the last few years that may, in some cases, outperform those systems. However, when you're hell-bent on utilizing the same GL, utilizing the same payments platform, utilizing the same invoicing platform, you're able to start introducing scalability to your team. And when you're required to transition work amongst team members, that's really easy because your SOPs are built out around 3 systems. There's a beauty to that. There's something really unique about just simplifying it down to this is what we do. These are the types of tools that we use, and we can input any single person on our team into this process, and they can step in to fill in the shoes of somebody who may be out. I don't want to cloud your mind by thinking, hey, all new tech is good tech, because in all reality, it could cause a lot of challenge with your tech stack and how your team operates within anything new that you're bringing online. So the more that you can simplify, the better. Here at Full Send, we've condensed all of our GL into QuickBooks Online. That in and of itself has created a really good rhythm for how our team interfaces with the transactional level data. Now, there's a lot of tools that we've also tinkered with that layer on top of that. However, it provides a point of consistency that I believe is appreciated amongst our team that is really trying to be efficient. They're trying to be helpful. They're trying to be advisors at the transactional layer all the way up through the strategic. And so I believe that there's beauty in having a condensed tech stack. There's also beauty in exploring new, fun, shiny tech, but you've got to find the balance. You've got to find a balance between Where do you lean into new technology? Where do you lean into AI? Where do you lean into helping provide opportunity for your firm, but then also just keeping it simple? There is something powerful about that. So think about that, chew on it. There might be an area where you can condense some of your tech into existing tools that you use and features that may be underutilized. So think about how to condense that. I think it may be really helpful for you. Next, we're going to chat a little bit more about what are the 3 results that you can expect to see when you do optimize your tech stack. Till next time. In a lot of ways, I think less is more. When you think about your tech stack, are you this rabid squirrel that's trying to find the new nut of tech? The new nut of tech? I don't know if that's gonna fly.